Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to a brand new video here of my Combatives Tournament semifinals. I went against this guy. He is a purple belt, and he really just did not seem like he wanted to stand with me at all, which was fine because he was just giving me these easy takedowns, like into full mount here, for example. Um, it's kind of like combat jiu-jitsu rules, where you're allowed to like open hand strike in the face, except here you can also kick and punch the body, so that was also a useful tool I used there. I'm just gonna stay here in full mount because this guy, if I get into his guard, it's not gonna be a good time for me. He's really sneaky. Everybody was telling me how good like his leg locks were and everything else, so it's not really something I want to play around with. I just was trying to distract him and keep him ticked off here with like the slaps and punches of the body. Um, he even complimented some of them, which I thought was pretty funny, talking while we were fighting. It was unfortunate I couldn't punch him because I feel like this I probably would have finished him if I was allowed to elbow and punch the face, but it's all right. A little bit more of a focus on grappling in there. I transitioned over to side control. I'm not really able to get any good strikes in from here because he's got such a good grip on my sleeves here on my left arm. I honestly feel like I could stay here forever, but I know how boring that would be to watch, so I transition over, and I kind of think about threatening the Ezekiel's choke. It's one of my favorite go-tos because it's so easy, even though it's not as effective, at least with me all the time. Yeah, once again, I'm just like kind of taking him off with the slaps here in the face. It's pretty funny, honestly. But slaps are really painful though, so that's why I'm giving it to him. He's got a really annoying lockdown on my leg, so I try to keep all my hip weight down and keep pressure on him. Kind of like digging my head into his face. I know that's kind of a jerk move, but I'm just trying to get into his head here a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna start punching the body, striking the body, because I know how like that can drain somebody's cardio if you do it. But once again, he's got good grips on not my gi, because it's not called a gi, but my combat top. I'm just sitting here thinking about what my next move is, because I really don't want to get caught in something like an arm bar or a triangle choke or something. Because from what I've been told, this guy's really good on his back, so. He's going for a Kimura lock, I believe, so I shove my elbow into his throat and then slap him in the face. Give him good punches to the body and then try to transition to side control. He's still got a little bit of a lockdown on me, so I'm in kind of half guard, I think. Fake out the slap, give him the body shot instead. I notice he's trying to reach for my leg there for a minute, but he notices that he can't do that. So I'm just going to push my shoulder into his face and sit here comfortably. Just keeping him stapled down here. Have a good grip over his shoulder. He's kind of ticked off, but hey, you're the one that dragged me onto your full mount, so you kind of get what you asked for. I noticed he tries to get this kind of underhook underneath my leg. I don't know what you would call it. He attempts to get his guard back, so I decided to stand him up. I kind of wanted to stand up with him, but apparently he doesn't know anything about striking, so he did not want to stand up with me at all. Which is fine. He just leaves his leg open, so I'll go for another takedown. Straight into kind of his, not full guard, but half guard. He's got a decent knee shield up, just keeping me from getting, flattening him out. I noticed him grabbing my ankle, so I sprawled out. I do not want to get subbed by an ankle lock, that's for sure. And this is somewhere I didn't want to be either. It was a little frustrating because I couldn't elbow him or punch him in the face, which made things a little bit more difficult on my end on making myself more effective from his guard. I think at this point I'm kind of just not necessarily stalling, but just staying calm, thinking about my next move. I don't want to get caught once again. I remember being so frustrated on the grips he had on my sleeves. I really just wish it was like a no tops kind of thing. But you know, it is what it is. It's the Combatives Tournament, so their rule set. I stand up, and he grabs my ankle once again, which frustrates me. I sprawl out, and I slap him real hard. Like that one, I kind of used a little bit of emotion with, and I also kind of did a nice transition there into his half guard from his full guard. He's going for a Kimura lock, I believe. Keep my arm back to keep myself less threatened. Keep striking him, give him something to think about. Yeah, I mean, now I'm looking back at it, those slaps kind of look like they hurt worse than I thought I was throwing them. I mean, I was swinging pretty hard, I won't lie, but I guess slaps can be effective. Maybe that's why Nate Diaz does it. I think he was grabbing for another. I don't know what he was doing there, but I remember not liking it, so I went back into his full guard. And he's trying to get a triangle choke here, even with both my arms in. I used to go ahead and slam him down, because that was allowed. Finally, a rule that I can get down with. I remember just looking in his eyes. I'm like, man, I really wish I could punch this guy right now. It would make my life so much easier. But he really had good grips on me. Made me not even want to slap him really because I didn't want to get caught in an armbar or something. You're kind of more vulnerable when you're striking anyways, but at least more vulnerable to submissions. Especially only when you can only slap somebody in the face and not punch them. I remember him talking to me, like trying to tease me into finishing the fight, and it kind of worked on me and got me caught here into a Kimura roll, and this is where everything went south. I do a knee on belly like an idiot here, and that is what gets the flip over. He gets into a rear triangle position and starts wailing on my face with slaps. I push off the cage and then try to posture it into him, which actually kind of works. But he goes for the armbar. I turn into him even more, and then he decides, hey, I'm going to fully extend his arm, and he gets the tap. Man, I was very upset. But hey, it was a great fight. You know, winning against the purple belt did better than I thought it would, honestly. And you know, it wasn't even full striking rules. It was a win on his part, great win on his part. I remember being a little ticked off about it though. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you did.